this is your topic is developmental biology and medicinal botany, right? So just do you all have textbook with you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just open the content page. Right. So block one, developmental biology is there, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in that, unit one will be microsporogenesis and male gametophyte development. Right. So let me explain your content first. After that, I'll take each one chapter and I'll give you a brief notes about it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So, sir, what is microsporogenesis? So, in that microsporogenesis, that means that synthesis or generation of microspores. Microspores are nothing but male gametophytes, we can say, or else pollen grains, we can say. Okay, so the pollen grain compared to female gametes like that are ovals. So pollen grains are will be very tiny in size. That's why they're called as a microspores. Okay. The second one is megasporogenesis and female gametophyte development. Okay. Let me take you to the. So can you see this picture?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a flower picture. You can say some cross section. So out of which you can see all parts of the flower. So in the bottom you can see here ovule is there. So in the within the ovary ovules are there. If you take so these yellow color parts are like male reproductive organs. So there are uh, anther will be there. So stigma is a female reproductive organ. So where the pollen grains will go and bind and they'll transfer into the ovary and they will fertilize with the ovule. Okay. So and anther and stigma is there now here. You can see anther. Okay, after the stigma, and the stigma is elongated with a style, right? The style will take you into the ovary. So what is a flower? Flower is a modified shoot and develops from floral primordia. Uh, Primordia develops first into the floral bud and then it into a flower. So this flower can be treated as a reproductive part of a plant, right? So if you so any new people join, only two people. Mariam and Ramesh are there, right? So Ramesh, are you there? This way, it's not out. Okay. So if just let me tell you in oral. So if you could see this content page, so first one is microsporogenesis and male gametophyte development. Microsporogenesis means so generation of microspores. Microspores are nothing but the pollen grains, okay? And the second one is like megasporogenesis and female gametophyte development. Megasporogenesis. So here, development of ovules, that is known as megasporogenesis. Next, pollination. Pollination means so transformation of pollen grains onto a stigma to fertilizer ovule. That process is known as pollination. So transformation of pollen grains from anther to the stigma, that is pollination. So that will be many types. I'll explain in brief later. So if you can go to the block 2, embryology and palynology. Here in embryology, you can see what is this one is endosperm. So what is endosperm? In a ovule, there will be around 3 nucleus. So one nucleus will be fertilized with male gametophyte, and that become a nucleus. After that, remaining 2 nucleus will fertilize with another nucleus of pollen grain. So that will forms a endosperm. If you take the coconut as an example, whatever the edible part is there, no, that is a kind of endosperm that will helps in a nourishment to the plant. And next one is embryo. So after fertilizing, there will be a formation of embryo will be there, and embryo types and different their orientation, that all will be discussed there. And next one is palynology. So palynology can be defined as a study of spores and pollen grains. That also can be discussed. Different types of pollen grains, how they'll be transferred. So that everything will be discussed there. So next one is block 3. So ethnomedicine and common medicinal plants. So what is ethnomedicine? Ethnomedicine is nothing but a traditional medicine system. So which our ancestors used to follow, and their types of different types of traditionals and traditions, and their way of medication, that all will be discussed here. And unit
Sir,
8 is
what is the example of ethnomedicine?
ethnomedicine means in our houses people will use haldi, no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this kind of remedies, homemade remedies, will comes under ethnomedicine. I'll explain in brief with good images and all. I'll give you good notes also. So
Okay, sir.
ethnomedicine means the traditional medicine. Say if something happens at home, initially we'll follow some remedies. Homemade remedies will be there.
Yes.
After that, so if you go to a doctor, local doctor, that Ayurvedic doctor kind of people will be there. No, they'll give some plant based. They'll give some root extract. They may give you some leaf
Yes.
extract, something. They'll may give you some group of leaves or stems together. They'll make a powder and they'll give you medicine. No? That kind of medicines are known as ethnomedicine, because they have been coming in a tradition from the our ancestors, and that is having a cultural significance.
Okay.
For example, you can in the house you can see haldi, you can see that jeera will be there. So many kind of things they'll be using from the uh, household, not like this modern medicine, tablets and all won't be there. So plant based things will be there in the ethnomedicine. Okay.
Okay.
And traditional medicinal system, that is what if you go to our ancestors, what kind of medicine they have been taking, like, so they'll be taking plant based medicine, they'll be taking some roots of plant, they'll be taking some branches, many things will be there, no? And what kind of plants, what are the different important medicinal plants they have been using, which are transforming till today. So that kind of things will be discussed in the traditional medicinal system. And one ninth unit will be plants in primary health care. So Even in Corona time also, if you could listen, most of the people came to again back. So not even modern medicine was working there. Even if you can take in China, so they have taking people into forest, deep forest, and keeping there for 10-15 days. So there are different types of plants in a forest if you can take. So there are different plants with different significance. And so if you can take some plants that air they are releasing, no, because if you can go under a jasmine tree, you'll get a beautiful smell, right? Jasmine smell. Same way, if you can go to a good medicinal plant, whatever the air is coming from that medicinal, that is also having a very good impact on our human health and development. So here, what are the medicines? I mean, not all plants, but at least few plants we'll discuss here. So plants and their role in our healthcare system will be discussed in Unit 9. Okay. So next is modern medicine. So modern medicine means the tablets which you are taking nowadays. If some small fever comes, you'll take a paracetamol or Dolo 650. So that kind of things are there. No? They'll comes under the modern medicine. That you can say in simple, it is English medicine kind of. So allopathy will be a modern medicine, and this Ayurveda, Unani, Ayush, remaining things will come under ethno medicine and that are traditional medicine. And next one is pharmacognosy. Pharmacognosy means development of new drugs. So maybe from plant source and any source. So development of new drugs will be discussed in a pharmacognosy. Okay. And next one is plant crude drugs. Okay, plant crude drugs means whatever the traditional way. Because see nowadays, if you have a laboratory there, you can purify your drug. So if for example, if we are talking about a small haldi, if a haldi you'll be using in what you are cooking, and even people will use to apply for face and all. No? So they're taking that as a crude thing. But if you can see the ads in TV somewhere, so shampoo will be there. Shampoo will be with that what? mm, yeah, if you take ads in TV for that shampoo and all, they'll be using different of fruits like kunkurgaya means that one. Uh, I'm not getting the name right now. So they'll be showing images. No, badam will be there, almond will be there. So they are in a pure form. They'll be using in a shampoo. But if you are applying same thing by taking the real fruit and grinding it, making a fine powder and mixing in water and using it, no, that will be kind of crude. So here, if you have a good medicinal plant, so if you are taking, if a plant is having significance in root, so if you have to uproot the plant and you have to collect the roots and you have to wash them and you have to make a paste. So those kind of things will be like treated as a crude extracts, and the drugs making from the crude, they'll be called as a crude drugs. But if you go to the traditional medicine system, no, so the so-called doctors, we cannot say doctors them. So the so-called people who are giving the powders or something, no, they can be treated as a crude drugs. Okay, and how they made and how what is the significance of the drugs, we'll discuss in future classes. And now let me start with this ethno medicine. Okay.
From block 3 we are starting, sir.
Yeah, block three we are starting.
Okay.
Yeah, block three internal medicine will be starting today. So okay, the slides are visible.
Yes, sir.
Great. So if you take the introduction part, so ethnomedicine will be like it is ethnobotany. So if you could see the ethnobotany, ethno from ethnology. Ethnology means the study of culture. Okay, botany means study of plants. So if you take ethnomedicine means so the cultural medicines from the plants which we are using from the ancient days is studied in the ethnomedicine. Okay, right. So study of relationship that exists between people and plants. Okay, so in our basically in our tradition system of medicine, people are highly dependent on plants, right? So whatever uh, health illness they have, they'll be depending mostly on plants. If they feel sick, if they have a snake bite, they'll be using some leaf extract and they'll be using for that. If they have some other illness, they'll be using different plants. Okay, so aim to document. Basic aim is to document, describe, and explain complex relationship between culture and use of plants. So the basic aim of this ethno medicine will be so see. Uh, do you know any medicinal plant as of now? How many medicinal plants do you know? Hello,
Tulsi.
So Nasim, somebody. See, uh,
Sir, Tulsi.
uh, let me have an interactive class. So, how many medicinal plants you know?
Tulsi, sir, is a medicinal plant, I think.
Okay, yeah, and see, it is
Neither.
not for questioning and all. So, if you just go to it, so we know very few, right? So, see, what about our our fathers and grandfathers and grandfathers? They know very many medicinal plants, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
what I mean to say is, if we don't document it, see, if some eucalyptus plant is there that is having a significant role in controlling cold and all, isn't it? So when you have fever and all, fever come cold, our father they'll bring some eucalyptus leaves and they'll put in a water. They'll boil it and they'll ask us to bath with the water, right? So here, so that because of them, we know that eucalyptus plant is having a role in controlling cold and all. So same way, uh, but you went to a foreign country, there is no eucalyptus plant means. So you cannot teach that thing to your next generation, right?
Yes, sir.
That way, what will happen? So since the plant is not available and not available to you, so you are unable to teach your next generation. So, but if it is documented, okay, if it is documented in a proper way with all the description and what is the user, how to use it, so then anybody reads it, anybody go through it, they can use it for their applications, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
in ethnomedicine, so what is the basic aim is to document. So document what are the different plants and their uses, okay? And explain the complex relationship between the culture and the uses of the plant. So in our culture, how that is being used. If you can take some Telugus in this Bonalu festivals will be there, no? So in that they'll be using this neem leaves. Okay, so in any this Hindu traditional system, if any festival is coming, means they'll be tying this mango leaves. to the house entrance, right? So that is the cultural significance with that plant. So that plant is having different medicinal properties. Even if the smallpox is there, no? If smallpox comes means, so people will keep their babies on a bed of neem leaves. Okay, that neem leaves has the potential to cure somehow the smallpox. And all. So that is, if it is documented, that can be uh, known to anybody. But if there is no documentation, there is no records and all. So in slowly that will start uh, disappearing from our culture. Okay. Next one. In 19th century, Leopold Gluck published work on traditional medicinal uses of plants by rural people in Bosnia, which is considered to be the first modern ethnobotanical work. See, when ethnobotanical work comes, means that is simple. Just if you take your village, so ethnobotanical study of this your village name you can write. So there, what you'll do, you will list out all the plants. Okay, so you will list out the plants and you will try to uh, document the different uses of that plant by asking the elderly in your place. So that is, so in 19th century, that Leopold's work was the first modern ethnobotanical work ever published. Okay, the term ethnobotany was coined by American botanist John Archberger in 1896 is an attempt to study the native plants used by primitive and aboriginal people.
Sir, what is Aboriginal people?
So the people belong to that area, native area.
Okay, okay,
So or the originated in that area. So that is.
okay.
So what is a medicinal plant, right? According to WHO means World Health Organization, any plant which contains substances that can be used for therapeutic purpose or which are precursors for the chemopharmaceuticals and semi-synthesis. So, what is a medicinal plant? So, what medicinal plant means the plant should have a substance which helps to cure any disease or something. So, therapeutic application should be there in any part of the plant. If something is there, means that plant can be treated as a medicinal plant. Okay, any plant which contains substances that can be used for therapeutic purpose, right? Therapeutic purpose means curing something, some disease or some illness is so that will tell now that chemotherapy, some therapies. Therapy means curing. Okay, curing some disease, some illness is known as therapy. And any plant is having some therapeutic applications. That is known as a medicinal plant. Okay, so that can be whatever the compound, even that may be having antibiotic properties, etc., etc. So this definition distinguishes between the already known medicinal plant whose therapeutic properties or characters are precursors of certain molecules which have been established scientifically, with that of the other plants used in traditional medicine which are regarded as medicinal but have not yet been subjected to a through scientific study. So, what is the meaning of this para is? So, already a few plants already studied and their therapeutic applications, their phytochemicals already been studied. So, if you are keeping that plants as a standard and if you are exploring new plants and you are identifying the new medicinal properties in it, okay. So, for the what see how we can say a plant is having medicinal properties. So you can say some plant is having antibacterial activity. So how we can say, you have to take the plant extract and you have to apply on a uh, one bacteria or something. So if it is killing that bacteria, we can say that the plant what extract is having antibacterial activity. Same way you can apply for cancer cell lines. If you are treating cancer cell lines with that particular plant extract, means if the cells are dying, we can say that plant is having anti-cancer properties. So you can see here. So So how many plants you can recognize here? So from this first one is Aja directa indica. So these are neem leaves, right? So that neem leaves contain a compound known as azadirachtin. Okay. And you can see here that Silybum marianum. So that contains a drug known as silibinin. So that is having a cure for Alzheimer's. What is Alzheimer's? So a memory loss disease known as Alzheimer's. And we discussed about this curcuma. Curcuma is having a compound known as curcumin. Curcumin is present in this turmeric. So that is having a cure for cancer. Okay. So this broccoli, you know, right? So broccoli is contains some sulforaphane, so which is nephroprotectin. So which has nephrons means this uh, neurons which are connecting to the brain. So sorry, nephron means that this one. In kidney, you will see the nephrons, right? So which helps in a purification process. If you eat this broccoli, so that will help in your keeping kidney healthy. So you know onion, right? So this is hepatoprotection. Hepato means they are again for hepatocytes. Hepatocytes means liver cells. Okay, so that will protect your liver and it will keep your liver healthy. Okay. So if you go to curcumin role and anti-cancer. So as we discussed, curcumin, turmeric is having an anti-cancer role. No? So curcumin is a yellow pigment found primarily in the turmeric. Okay, is a it is a polyphenol. See, there are, if you go to secondary metabolites, there will be different type of secondary metabolites will be there. So there may be terpenes. Uh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there will be different type of secondary metabolites. Okay. There will be terpenes will be there, flavonoids will be there. Okay. Phenolics will be there. Okay. So within that category, curcumin is a polyphenol. Phenol means a single one. Poly means many phenols together. They'll form a chain kind of structure. No? Those are polyphenols. So curcumin is a polyphenolic compound uh, with anti-inflammatory properties and the ability to increase the amount of antioxidants uh, in the body. So supplementation with curcumin reliably reduces makes of inflammation and increases the levels of endogenous antioxidants in the body. So you know, right? You'll be listening about this immunity power, right? Basically, immunity power will call no. So the antioxidant means so because of taking some food, so they'll generate some free radicals in our body. With free radicals, they are highly tend to damage other organs and other molecules. So antioxidants are the compounds which will neutralize the free radicals. That what we can say hydrogen peroxide free radicals and superoxide free radicals will be there. So they will be because of having uh, what we can say because of having some negative bonds on that they are ready to bind with some other chemical. So uh, because of that nature they will break bonds between other molecules that will cause damage to the body. So these antioxidants are compound which will nullify the free radical so that other chemical compounds in the body will be remain safer. Research suggests that curcumin can help to cure inflammatory conditions, cancer. Basically, this colon cancer. Colon cancer means there will be some coronal tube or digestive system. There will be small intestine and large intestine will be there. No, so after that, that will be extended to the colons. Okay, so because of taking some bad food and all, that can lead to colon cancer. So this curcuma can cure that colon cancer. Okay, uh, and so you can say this structure of curcuma. So as I told you, this is a polyphenol compound. No? So this OH groups will be there for phenols, and this is having two phenol groups and linked with a side chain. So that's why it is called as a polyphenol. If you take this azoxystrobin role on anti-diabetics, so what is the taste of azoxystrobin? That name
Bitter.
It's bitter, sir.
bitter taste, right? So, oh, if a diabetic person is there, so if a sugar patient is there, we will ask them to not to eat sweets, right? So, in same way, bitter will be a opposite action for the sweet. Actually, this Ajadirect, indica is name is a medicinal plant used in Ayurveda for treating various diseases. One of which is diabetes mellitus. So there will be two types of diabetes mellitus and diabetes. What is one more one?
Insipidus, sir.
Yeah. So that insipidus is like, so it is a insulin deficiency causes the insipidus. Okay. So okay, it is known to possess anti-inflammatory, antipyretic, antimicrobial, anti-diabetic, and diverse pharmacological properties. Okay, this neem plant is having different properties. Okay, out of which diabetic is the major one we can say. In the study carried out by some scientists, Carr et al., 95% alcoholic extract of neem leaf in the dose of 200 mg per kg twice daily orally for 1 week reduces blood sugar level by 55% and urine sugar by 100%. So basically what will happen in diabetic condition, because of unavailability of insulin, so whatever the food you are taking, basically will take rice and wheat, such kind of things are the food, no? So what it is majorly contains? Guys, what is our food contains majorly? It majorly
Carbohydrate.
contains carbohydrates, right? Carbohydrate, nothing but sugars, right? Okay. So this uh, that whatever carbohydrates we have taking, so they'll be converted into sugars. That sugars will be transferred into bloodstream. Okay. So bloodstream, and they will be act like a instant energy for our daily activities. So whatever the excess carbohydrates are there, so they will be converted into glycogen, and that they will be act as a stored food. Okay, so in presence of insulin should be there to convert glucose into glycogen. Okay, when that insulin is not present, okay, it is not functioning, it is not enough to make all the glucose which you are taking to convert into glycogen. Then what will happen, that sugars will be circulating in the bloodstream, right? And if they are urinating, that they will be, that sugars will be uh, going out by urine also. So then what will happen, our body won't get enough glucose, and the people will feel hungry very oftenly, and they need more food. Okay, so one research study says that alcoholic extract, alcohol means ethyl alcohol, methyl alcohol, different type of alcohols will be there. So alcoholic extracts of this neem leaves, no, so having a cure for this diabetic. So what they did, so they have used 200 mg per kg. Okay, so 200 mg of this azoxystrobin daily twice they have given to the sugar patients, So there is a reduced blood sugar levels up to 55%, and there is a reduced sugar in urine. There is no sugars in urine. Uh, they observed in the diabetic patients. So that study suggests that this plant extract, what alcoholic extract of this plant is having a highly diabetic properties. Cool. So azadirachtin is a triterpenoids. I told you, second metabolite, terpenoids will be there, flavonoids will be there, phenolics will be there. So earlier anti this one curcumin. Okay, curcumin is a polyphenol, and this is a terpenoid. Okay, azadirachtin is a terpenoid, and you can see other use of pesticide. If somebody is having land and all, so in villages people use it to use this neem fruits and neem leaves, and they will keep it in a big container. They will keep it for 1 week and 15 days. After that, extract will be there, that water they'll spray on the plants, and they'll give it as a fertilizer and pesticide also. Okay. So it is having anti-cancer and anti-inflammatory properties. So the flowers are having anti-cancer and anti-inflammatory properties. Leaf can be used as a fertilizer as well as pesticide. So that leaves are having antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, anti-fertility, so immunomodulatory and anti-cancer properties. So this bark is having as a pesticide. So that helps in that cures like help works like anti-ulcer, hepatoprotective, antimicrobial, and anti-cancer, and seed oil. So that can be told as a neem oil something. So that is having antimicrobial, anti-cancerous, and anti-arthritic properties. Okay, so this whole plant we can say having insecticidal and antioxidant and larvicidal properties. Okay, so that this Azadirachta plant is having uh, highly medicinal properties, we can say. So right, onion. So what is the chemical contents in the onion is this quercetin. So quercetin is present in a onion. So this is helps as a hepatoprotection. So quercetin is a flavonoid. Is a flavonoid found in fruits and vegetables. It has a wide range of benefits which people can get by inducing a variety of including a variety of fruits and vegetables in their diet. So quercetin is a pigment in many plants, fruits, and vegetables. Quercetin has powerful antioxidant properties and help protect against certain health conditions, including liver, kidney, heart diseases. Okay. Uh, Foods and drinks that contain quercetin include onions, pepper, duckweed, and capers and cabbage. So cabbage and onions and pepper, these are will contains quercetin. So quercetin will helps in help curing this liver, kidney, and heart problems. Okay. So sulforaphane role in nephroprotection. Sulforaphane present in the broccoli. So it is a dietary isothiocyanate. Okay. So and in the secondary metabolite, one more thing, flavonoids, terpenoids, and phenolics. One more will be nitrogen containing compounds will be there. So this is comes under the nitrogen containing compounds. You can see nitrogen is there. No, N means nitrogen. Okay. So synthesized from the precursor found in the cruciferous vegetables genus Brassica. So they will be present in the Brassica genus plants. Okay, such as cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, other genera of radish. Okay, so chemotherapeutic properties. They'll be having anti-cancer, uh, angiogenic, in various organs. Okay, so free radical scavenging properties from liver, kidney, and heart. So daily consumption of broccoli, 1.17 grams of dry weight can be eaten to get cure from this liver and kidney problems. Okay, this silibinin is there. No, it is from a plant known as Silibum merianum. Okay, this is another common name is milk thistle. So have you seen this plant ever? Okay, silibum is a flavonoid. So earlier you have seen terpenoid, polyphenol, nitrogen containing compound, and this is a flavonoid. Okay, as antioxidative stress and anti-apoptic effects and reduces cognitive impairments in models of Alzheimer's disease. So in Alzheimer's disease, the main symptom is they will have memory loss, short-term memory loss they will be having. So that can be seen in aged people basically. So the well when they are getting more age, so they'll be simply forgetting things like so they'll keep their spreads in place, they'll forget, they'll keep a notebook and they'll forget where did they keep. So that kind of symptoms will be of Alzheimer's disease. So this silibulin, a flavonoid isolated from this plant Silibum merianum, is having the anti-Alzheimer's property. So if you can give this drug to the this old age people, so they will try to retain their memory back and they won't have this Alzheimer's disease. Okay, silymarin and its major constituents is silibulin and are extracted from the medicinal plants Silibum merianum and have traditionally been used for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. Silibulin, also known as silibin, okay, is the major active constant of silimarin, a standardized extract of this milk thistle seeds. So this drug is isolated from the seeds of this plant. Okay, so that will helps in the curing of Alzheimer's disease.
Sir, can we discuss the
Sorry.
the topics which are related to our syllabus, sir?
Okay, if you can see this second one, what? If you see the unit 8 is traditional medicine, right? In the traditional medicine, Ayurveda is there in your syllabus, as well as Siddha is there, Unani is there, and homeopathy. Next, Ayush are there, right? So if you take Ayurveda, so the definition of Ayurveda is like, so Ayush means Ayu means life. Veda means knowledge. In Sanskrit, this Ayurveda means so knowledge on the life. You can say that an ancient Indian healing art is known as Ayurveda. So Ayurveda, so there are Chaturvedas in this Mahabharata and all. So okay, so from that Vedas already ancient gurus they they had a script. They made some documents on what are different plants and their significance in curing health diseases. So traditional, if you could say this, so traditional Hindu medical system native to India, diet, herbal treatments, and yoga. So in Indian this Ayurveda, so people will suggest if you take this Ramdev Baba is there, no, that fellow does yoga, and he will use some herbal medicine and this diet of uh, plant-based food,
Sir,
which
Patanjali.
helps. Yeah, Patanjali, you can say. Yeah, Patanjali of this Ramdev Baba is there, no? So that fellow basically is famous for yoga, right? Mr. Ramdev Baba. So he follows this one, this Ayurveda kind of thing. So what he says, yoga. If you do yoga, you'll be healthy and this thing, no. So of course, it is already there in this Ayurveda. So the importance of yoga in daily health. So even I have a live witness. See, if you can perform this yoga early morning around 5:30, 6 before 5 something, so you don't feel stress over a whole day. You don't even see sometimes if a class is going on, you will feel to sleep, right? Sometimes sleep dizziness will be there. But if you do some pranayama and yoga in the morning, so how much stress you are, you won't feel like sleepy, you won't get easily stressed. So that is the significance of yoga in this our healthcare system. So and the diet and what kind of food we have to take. So if you can take any plant medicine, if you can go to any local this doctor kind of person, he will tell don't eat non-veg, don't eat this brinjal, don't eat this potato, they'll tell no. So that is a diet. So while you are having a medication, what kind of diet you should have, what is the importance of diet and your particular disease. So those things are already documented in this Ayurveda. Okay, establishment of huge ancient universities, Takshashila and Nalanda contributed to the spread of knowledge to various parts of the world. So this Takshashila in ancient days, the Takshashila and Nalanda uh, universities were there, which helps in spreading of this knowledge of Ayurvedic medicine to the world. Okay, so in Dhanavantri, physician of God emerged from ocean of milk with amruta and herbs in his hand. So if you could see this Sagara Sangamam will be there, no? So initially, first they got some poison that has been taken by Lord Shiva. After that, the Amrutam was came. So after having Amrutam, the gods got but immortality things were there. No? So this is this has been written and this is said. We can say this is our mythology, okay, which is it's a belief, okay. So in that, in his hand, some leaves are there. You can see here leaves, plant material helps. You can say. So that means that whatever the amrutam and leaves are there, they're having this medicinal applications. Okay. So in this one Ayurveda system, there will be vata, pitta, and kapha will be there. Vata means air. Okay. Airborne diseases will be there. No, that is. So if you can talk in Telugu, that could be vatam. Vatam చేసింది అంటారు కదా. So vata. So that is vata. Okay. And this is soil borne or something is known as a kapha. Okay. And next one is pitta will be there. That is water borne or related to fire borne something. So those are known as vata, kapha, pitta will be there in this Ayurveda system. And this Panchamahabhuta, you know, right? This uh, air, fire, water, this one, earth and space. So this Panchamahabhuta will be there. No? So they are having each one having different role in our healthcare system. If your water is not there, you'll get cholera. If your air is not pure, you'll get some throat disease. And if your uh, land soil is not good, means whatever the food is coming from the soil is. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so actually I think this time is going to end. So this is just treated like an introduction class. So we had a brief on our syllabus, what we have. And from tomorrow, you'll be having a neat class with the neat slides and data will be there. The notes will be there. And after the session, I'll be giving you the notes. Don't worry about the notes. Try to concentrate on the class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
we'll
Thank
meet.
you.
We'll meet you tomorrow with good notes and good class. Okay. So you can just treat it like a introduction only.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye.